now we're definitely not eating them because they were all in your hand.
Greetings, Earthlings. This is your host, C, and we are back to Monkey Business for another day, another week. It's good to see y'all. Can you see somebody on a podcast? If we did a Facebook Live, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, a lot of them know what you look like anyway.
A lot of people know what I look like, and I'm sorry about that. But
you're this really, really tall guy with dark hair.
Yeah, thank you.
He's Uncle Jesse hair.
Uncle Jesse. Are we talking Dukes of Hazzard?
No, she's talking Full House.
But now that I look at him, he does.
I'm doing John Stamos today.
Yeah.
John Stamos hair today. All right. In the studio with me, as always, Billy DeTore.
Hello.
Tanya Metris.
Hi.
Ray King.
I got a donut.
He's got a donut. And last but not least, well, hello, Dolly. Well,
You're going to have that music set.
Our favorite
for some
Dolly
time.
Marie. How you doing, Dolly Marie?
Wonderful.
Are we having fun yet?
Always.
Dolly's like, please, is this going to happen every freaking time I'm on the air?
Yes.
Yes.
It's happened my whole life.
I'm sure you got to be used to it by now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Even my sister has a song to her.
It's like, which one?
Annie.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Michael
Annie, are you
Jackson.
okay? Are you okay, Annie? Yeah, your mother will sing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow.
I sing it to my sister every time I call her.
Speaking of your mother, how does she get any work done?
What do you mean?
She's too busy taking damn selfies at work rather than
And posting them to Facebook.
And posting them to Facebook rather than getting any work done.
More of my
I taught her well.
more
then.
pictures of me show it to Facebook because your mother's taking selfies at the office than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like,
I've seen lots of Christopher back.
Yeah.
yes. No,
Yeah.
it's him leaning like this.
See, and here's a piece of trivia
Otherwise,
for you.
you can't see his screen.
When you see an Angie selfie at work and you see me in the background and I'm leaning far to my left, I'm actually looking at my phone.
He's playing Clash of Clans.
I'm probably playing Clash of Clans at that point. it's a trivia.
If you can't see his monitor, he's actually working.
Yeah, if I'm sitting straight up, or if I'm like on the phone, or if I'm sitting to the side reading something legit, you can. But if you see me leaning far to the left, then like
I
my
can give you a
political
better
I was gonna say.
I can answer your question with a question. How does my mother get any work done with all three of her children calling her every 10 seconds?
Oh God, yeah, you guys are horrible, horrible. All right, so we're in studio today. And we're hanging out and we're having a good time like we usually do. And I've got my spread of peanut butter M&Ms in front of me that I'll be munching on through the course of the next half hour to an hour.
And I
you
got
need
donuts.
to rearrange them.
I'm not rearranging those damn things for you OCD thingy over there.
She just wants your red M&Ms. That's
I
all
did
she
it
wants.
I did it before we started recording, just kind of out of curiosity to see where what I had, and then she's like, "No, now you got to do it in this way." So I gathered them all up, I shook them, and put them back down on my pad.
It's kind of like your dice.
They're kind of like I did
But
feel like
you
I was
OCD your dice all
I
to the
OCD
highest
my
number.
oh yeah, well that's superstitions. You got to train them to be at the maximum
Okay,
numbers.
Scott.
Yeah, well that's how I learned was from him.
You got to put your candy in alphabetical order. M.
Well, no, it's M blue, so that's B for blue. Okay,
Then
M
brown.
green.
No,
then there's
M brown.
M brown, B L B R. So brown would come next. All right, so then I'm
Yep,
yeah.
we're actually doing this here,
yeah.
people.
That's not happening anymore. Not doing
He
that.
only got 4 M&Ms in, and he's like, "Okay, I'm done."
Sorry.
And so make sure you're right in on that microphone, Ray, so we can hear you when you have something pithy to say.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go away.
He's punny today.
He is. He's been very punny today. All right. So what are we going to talk about today? Do we have things we want to talk about today?
I
We're
wanna
just
You want
gonna
to talk about me?
Titans.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Ray wants to touch on the Titans TV series that's going to be coming out soon. Do we know when that's going to be coming out?
There has not been a release date. from
Star Trek
what
Discovery has finally
from what I've
released its has announced its release date, and that's going to be. I think it's in August. It's coming up. August or September. It's going to be coming out. It's coming up soon.
It just says characters revealed and breakdown for the DC's Titans TV series.
All right, and is that going to be centered around the Teen Titans
It's supposed to
at
be,
all?
yes.
So it's live action of the original cartoon, or
Yes,
is it
sir.
the comic book? Oh, that would
Live
be
action,
cool.
but there's only four characters, and a lot of people, the names have been changed.
To protect the innocent.
I guess so.
Okay.
And everybody is speculating on what comic book series that they are from and what heroes they are.
Please tell me it was a 1960s version where they said things like groovy.
Oh, that would be so awesome. I would watch it.
Damn.
Jinkies.
I still watch the Batman 60s shows on Bounce to this day.
Those are fun.
So the first one up is John Crosland.
Okay.
They actually have, a really detailed bio for him.
All right.
He's male, late 20s, early 30s.
That used to describe me a long time ago.
Well, he's definitely not a Teen Titan then.
No.
Yeah, I think that's why they're just calling them Titans. I think they went with Titans for them in the 90s, right? Well, for the book?
I think so, yeah.
Now, there's two different Titans things coming out. There's Titans in the TV miniseries. Mm-hmm. That's in 2017. And then there's Titans that come out in 2018.
2018.
That's a totally different thing.
I think that's the one that should be for this. John is a cop. He has a nice smile, tired eyes, and a cool, distant manner.
Seriously, that was me, like a half a lifetime ago.
However,
still
when
need to go
provoked, his eyes are lethal. They drain a man of every last bit of spleen. Well then.
A last bit of what?
Of spleen.
Of spleen? So it drains his spleen through his eyes?
I guess so.
Now, could it be something that they pulled it from Mystery Men, the spleen?
Yeah. Weapons check.
John is haunted by the murder of his family. So I'm guessing he's going to be Nightwing.
It's possible.
Now,
Anything's possible,
where
I
are you
suppose.
seeing this? Because I can't
Yeah,
find it.
I'm having trouble too.
An article.
I found an article.
Okay.
If you type in Titans, that hashtag show.
They've been speculating about things like this for a while.
See, let's remember, but we got to take everything with a grain of salt because everybody on the internet
What do
has
I
an
have to
opinion.
type in?
I mean, it
That
doesn't mean it's
hashtag show.
right. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the 13th Doctor has been cast, and then they'll make this big brouhaha about a particular actor, and it's like the BBC will then come out and go, no, that's not who we've hired.
okay.
Yeah,
Which was great because it actually got the BBC to admit that they hired somebody. They just haven't announced it yet. It was really cool how it worked out.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of things about Titans live action coming soon, but I haven't actually seen anything actually happen in production.
Yeah, nothing has come out in regards to when it's actually going to be.
Yeah, this is just all we have is that the fact that the characters have been revealed and it's a breakdown.
Oh, okay, here's the screen
Okay.
rant.
But I am reading the Teen Titans comic book series.
Too. It is the rebirth, right?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Has it been good?
Damian Wayne
Yes.
is my favorite
Damian Wayne is now who? Is that
Robin,
okay?
son of Batman.
Sarah, female, mid-teens, open ethnicity, so she can be.
Could be
Starfire.
me.
I'm guessing Starfire. Yeah. From
So open ethnicity is
the second I
means
saw that-
anybody could be playing the part.
yeah, that too.
Cool. Okay.
Troubled,
says-
bullied, often scared, but over.
Oh, no, she's more
unwilling.
comfortable hiding in her hoodie than making friends. I say Raven.
Raven. I would love to see Raven on a screen.
Yeah.
Period. Raven's one of my favorite DC characters.
With,
Then
with
there's-
current special effects out there, yeah, they'll make her look good.
I've
It
read the
says,
Unless they're a DC.
I've read
movie.
the Raven DC
Then the special effects
miniseries.
would be horrible.
Have you checked that out yet?
What?
The Raven DC miniseries, the 6
I have not. I know you recommended it a while back.
It's
I just haven't had a chance to. Is it?
I own it.
Are you done with it?
I'll lend it to you.
Give it to your mom. She'll give it to me,
No doubt.
and then I'll stick it in a shelf somewhere and forget about it because
I
that's what I
think-
do lately.
I think from what I'm reading right now, Casey's gonna be our Starfire.
Casey, yeah, it says Casey is tall, stunning woman, her beauty so magnificent, it's almost inhuman. There you go.
Yep, there you go. There's Starfire.
Elegant, refined, and mysterious.
All right,
She's-
so we have Nightwing, Raven, and Starfire so far. Who's the last of the four?
Jax, male, mid-teens, open
Asian
ethnicity,
preferred.
Asian preferred, funny and charming. That's gonna be Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
Amateur thief's humor hides his insecurities and past pain.
Beast Boy. Okay, so we were seeing the team that we're
Yeah.
familiar with.
Well, they said
forming here.
Dick Grayson, Starfire, Raven would be included. Didn't dive into details. Beast Boy was later confirmed.
Okay.
So no cyborg.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe because part of the I was going to say Marvel Cinematic, DC Cinematic Universe,
got a whole
and
time for
Justice
the
League.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy, you're the DC specialist here with the history. Has Cyborg always been part of the Justice League, or is it something that's
No,
new?
he was part of the Teen Titans. The new Teen Titans when George Perez and Marv Wolfman
Okay.
did them in the late 70s, early 80s.
So how are you feeling that they're fitting that character into the Justice League movie?
I've got no problem with it. I just want good movies.
There you go.
I just don't like.
That's what I've come to learn about you, Billy. Is that you really are very open and flexible about things. You just want to do it right. You just do it good.
I just want
don't like
good.
that
Just do
he
it well.
has-
Excuse me for being bad English major there.
I just don't
okay.
like that his limbs are this big.
Uh-huh.
If you guys don't know, I'm holding up my pinky, and that his torso is like the size of
A
car.
Yeah.
They say that the Titan show will begin production in September in Atlanta of
Okay.
this year. So they're looking at it won't be ready to launch until the beginning of 2018.
Very cool.
I'm guessing maybe March.
They'll probably be part of the spring fill-ins.
Yeah,
I would say.
Probably,
especially if they cancel something at the drop of a hat during Christmas break.
Or
they always do.
The midwinter break for some TV shows that they take the little hiatus for March Madness.
Where are they going to fit this? They've got enough comic book shows that are successful to where they may not need to cancel anything for a long time.
It says Titan looks to premiere on the DC's digital service in 2018. Okay. So I don't think it's going to be actually.
So they're going to make me pay for a subscription to something else
probably.
Now, like CBS is doing for when they eventually do the Star Trek show.
Yeah,
I think that's going to hurt it big time. I don't think CBS, the app or the service has a huge viewership.
No, because like that's where you can get Big Brother and things like that. And there was this Big Brother.
Can you watch it 24 hours a day?
Like they had the After Dark, but then they had one that was specifically that they went right to the CBS Access thing, and it's like unless you paid for it, you couldn't even watch that show.
That's going to hurt the show.
I think it's funny that she says that it's going to be on that, because I figured they would have thrown it on CW alongside with Arrow, Flash, Riverdale.
That's the thing. There's so many shows on there that are successful. They can't really cancel any of them.
The CW
we don't want them to cancel any of them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The CW is going to become the comic book network.
Yeah.
It's almost a given at this point.
I do like Riverdale, though. I won't lie.
I have not watched Riverdale
Titans
yet. I've heard good things.
TV show CW. Let's see what that says.
What have I been watching lately?
Not much.
Not really. Not a lot.
I think you should watch.
I watched
you
Once
got
Upon
Netflix?
a Time. Finally,
I got Netflix.
Go check out Riverdale. I think you'll like it. It's Archie.
It says 8 reasons the show needs to be in the CW Arrowverse.
I've been watching. I mean, Doctor Who is a given because of my fandom. That's well documented. People know that.
Yesterday, Susan and I binge watched the entire series of Glow.
Glow. Do I know that?
Well, back in the 80s, there was a wrestling show just to tie it in with nerd stuff.
Okay.
The Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
And it was cheesy, it made WWE look real.
Oh, good.
It was ridiculous. But now there's a comedy drama based on the making of Glow with
really?
Wow.
Allison Brie, Betty Gilpin, and Mark Maron is the director that pulls this whole thing together. And it's so entertaining and so well acted and so funny that Susan and I watched for over 5 hours yesterday. The new Glow show.
May I add, Chris knows I am not a fan of Superman, but Supergirl is actually a really good show.
Supergirl's a great show.
That's something I knew? I didn't know that. Dolly, did you know that I knew that?
I knew that you knew that.
You knew that I knew that?
I knew that you knew that.
Tanya, did you know that I knew that?
You know everything.
You know everything.
I knew that you didn't like Superman? Okay, cool. So I just gotta write that down somewhere because I didn't know that I knew that. That's cool.
I thought I told you.
Chris, as you know, I don't like peanut butter and jelly.
You did know that.
Oh.
I did know that you knew that I knew that.
Yeah.
Or
Never
this
mind.
is going to get okay.
Never mind. Should I start recording again? Maybe this isn't sticking to the tape.
There's tape. We'll go back to the tapes.
Yeah. I've actually binge watched season 1 and 2 of Supergirl.
Nice. What have you thought about it so far?
I actually kind of like it.
I have enjoyed it so far. I love
Cat Grant.
I do like Cat Grant. I was like,
Callista Flockhart.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me back.
I've seen one episode of Supergirl.
She is kind of hot.
I've seen one episode.
For Supergirl?
Yes.
I'm consistent so far that I still have not seen any of the CW shows in 2017.
I haven't finished
so
Flash or
it's
Arrow.
like when they all did their mid-season break at Christmas time, I for whatever reason, because of scheduling or whatnot, I didn't catch them fast enough, and all the services that I watch on had the early episodes from January already off and I'm like, well, I'm like Billy, I got to see the complete story.
Absolutely.
So
it's the only way.
By that time it was all over. It's like, okay, they're so far and deep into their seasons that I'm just gonna wait for they come out on Netflix or something like that.
Happened to me. They're all on Netflix now. So
yeah, seriously. Then I'll just binge the hell out of them.
I'm catching up with Supernatural right now.
My question to everybody is, what do you guys think of the Superman that we got compared to the Superman that we got in the movie?
The Superman we got in the Supergirl series?
Yeah.
I like him.
Supergirl's way better.
Yeah.
The Superman in the Supergirl show is the Superman I grew up reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Superman and the Clark Kent that is being portrayed in the Supergirl series is better than Man of Steel and the Batman versus Superman movies and things like that. And that's not to throw shade on Henry Cavill, because I think he's a fantastic actor. If you take him off the chain and let him play the part the way he's supposed to play it, I think he'll do a really good job of it. He is an actor capable of doing that.
But in the movies, do you want that Boy Scout?
I want the Boy Scout back. You need that. I think you really need that. I think the Boy Scout is one of the main reasons why Superman is such a positive character. He is one of those heart and soul kind of characters because of the way he looks at everything, because he realizes he could be a force of destruction, but that makes him strive even harder and harder to not be that guy. And to have him be all dark and broody and edgy is like, no, it's wrong. It doesn't work.
Superman's not a mopey hobo.
No, thank you very much.
Like Kane in Kung Fu.
Oh my God, it's just Man of Steel could have been just an entirely different movie if they were so worried to channel Christopher Reeve, but that's who they should have been running to, not away from. Really.
I was having a discussion with my friends, and yes, sometimes we have regular discussions.
You have friends.
I was going to say, I'm more boggled by the fact you have friends.
Well, he's met them all in one room.
In one room. There are very few of them, but they're nice. They're good people. The unconventionals.
The unconventionals, that is us. And what he was telling me is that the DC Universe movies are going to lead to the Injustice title lines.
The Injustice line?
Yeah.
Really?
Where Superman takes over the
That's too
world,
much.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
I don't think he's going to go dark.
I don't think he's going to go total dark, no. I think what's happening is the people who are producing the DC Extended Universe are realized that they've seen enough of the backlash at this point. I can't imagine they're so stupid at DC movie production company, whatever they're doing, whatever they name themselves as, that they're so stupid and so stuck in doing what they want to do that they're completely ignoring the outcry of response to these movies. You know, to have basically this thunderous reply saying, wait, you're doing something wrong, and have them go, yeah, we're going to keep doing it. That strikes me more of Congress than a movie house.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, man, are you kidding me? So if they were to actually take this all the way to Injustice, you see the end of it fairly quickly, because I think the ticket sales will just bottom right out.
Now, I do have to agree with everybody when they say that the Flash that we have for the TV series, I like him compared to the Flash that we're getting.
Yeah, but the Superman, though, let me speak to this real quick, though.
Go.
I like the one in Supergirl because he is, he has a personality.
Yeah.
Which Superman should have a personality, and that's where they've gone wrong with not just these recent Superman movies, but the one before that, like Return of Superman. They've, just sucked the personality out of the character. And I like the character on the TV series because he throws a little personality. He's klutzy. He's, a little campy, but I like that.
Yeah. And and I love Grant Gustin as the Flash on TV.
I think he's an amazing Flash.
He's doing a great job with it. I am not going to throw too much shade at the movie Flash just yet, because
Isa, I think, is his name.
You haven't really seen him. You've seen bits and pieces of him so far, and you've seen trailer. You've seen that's about it. And I think what I've seen in the trailers so far, in a couple of cameos in the previous movie, I think there's potential there. I think I'm looking forward to seeing Ezra. Is Ezra Miller?
I think it is Ezra.
Ezra, yeah, I think you're right.
Ezra Miller is playing the
yeah.
Flash. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do with it, and I'm hopeful. It's not like one of those things where you look at a trailer and you see a particular actor playing a particular part, and you're going, "Oh crap, no, bad, no."
Yeah.
That's Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
I bristled when I saw that.
I kind of agree with what everyone says. We already had. Yes, Superman came out before Supergirl was even on TV yet. But we already had the Flash. Why couldn't we use Grant? Why?
And that's basically that's one of the big problems.
They're not tainting him.
One of the big problems I've seen with DC is, and this has been widely talked, not just by us. We've already discussed this, but a lot of folks, a lot of podcasts, a lot of nerds, a lot of critics and whatnot, is how Marvel has tried to include and lace together, even loosely in some cases, its Netflix, its TV series, and its movies. They all have some sort of consistency. I mean, it's not completely meshed together. Yeah. Because I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got shafted, but that's another story entirely. But DC...
They're all over the place.
Yeah, DC has made a point of saying our movie universe and our comic book universe and our TV universe are going to be three different things. And we're going to do the movies this way, and we're going to do the TV series this way, and we're going to go this way with our comic books. And There's some pros and cons. Any which way you fly on it, there are going to be pros and cons. People will love to see the consistency of the Marvel universe, and but then there's also some times where the consistency of the Marvel universe handcuffs it a little bit, and then on the other side you've got DC. It's like, well, couldn't you have used, Stephen Amell? Couldn't you use Grant Gustin? Couldn't you have used Melissa Benoist and all these guys and lace them into the movie somehow? And somebody's going to say, well, they're not ready for primetime players, I guess. That's basically the long and the short of it, is they're keeping it separate. That's their choice. We can armchair quarterback that to the end of creation. I don't like it myself, because I think they're pissing on a lot of good talent. But, I mean, what do you think, Billy?
Well, see, I was just thinking about this as you were talking. And, I mean, when I was a kid, and and I'm older than all of you.
Combined.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
I thought me and Billy were the same age.
Yeah. When the Christopher Reeve Superman movie came out was 77.
Yeah.
And I was 12 then.
Right.
And what do you mean So give me all the Supermans. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll pay money for the TV version, the movie version. If you want to make 4 more different, I'll figure out what I like and what I don't like, because I came up at a time where there wasn't much of anything. The Hulk TV show was on, and it is what it is, and Wonder Woman was on TV, but there wasn't anything near what's available and out there now, to the point where I can't keep up with it. I really can't. I mean, I used to be able to weekly look forward to Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk, and every 3, 4, or 5 years a superhero movie, maybe. So now the fact that there's so much stuff that I can't watch it, I think it's just a golden age of nerdiness.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep trying,
the geek have inherited the earth.
Exactly. Then we'll figure out what we like and what we don't like.
Right.
And this gives us options where I may like Henry Cavill's version of Superman. I don't know why I would say that, but someone might, and I don't have to. But
you can just use the DC logic. It's a parallel universe.
There you go.
There's people who say that Superman v Batman or Batman v Superman, whichever order it was in, is an excellent movie. I don't have to agree, but if you like it, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. I did like a lot of it. There was a lot of it that I felt fell really short, but we can hash that out again.
Now,
someday.
do we know which Flash Ezra is? Is he Barry Allen?
Yeah, he's Barry Allen.
Barry Allen.
Yeah, in the one trailer where Bruce Wayne goes to recruit him, he goes, "You're Barry Allen."
So we're getting 2. So we pretty much have 2 Barry Allens.
We have 2 Barry Allens. We
right
have one
in Marvel.
film.
There's 2 Quicksilvers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. I don't, whatever. Just do it good. As I say, do it good.
Just do it. Just whatever you're gonna do it really well. That's all.
I like the Flash. He's in my top favorites of superheroes. So I would love to see what they do with him.
I think they should Jay Garrick with the big Achilles helmet.
in the TV series, we already had Jay Garrick and Jesse Quick, I believe.
Jesse Quick,
we're already on
Impulse.
Where we had Impulse.
Wally West.
We have Wally
West
already.
on,
Kid Flash.
Man, they're moving quickly over there.
Yeah, they're gathering them all up. All the speedsters are coming out.
The only thing
They're
that's
trying to
been
get through
bothering
them
me
before the TV or they go to the movies.
Yeah.
And they say you can't use this character anymore.
The only thing that's been bothering me lately is that Arrow. A lot of his villains that he's been fighting are a lot of Batman's villains right now.
Are they? I see.
And they're treating Arrow like Batman. It's like Arrow was not this smart. He's a very sarcastic and rich playboy, just like Batman, but a little more funny.
Well, the Green Arrow comics I grew up with, Green Arrow wound up broke and sort of.
Yeah.
But the original Green Arrow in the 40s was a Batman ripoff. He had the Arrow Cave and the Arrow Car, and Speedy was his version of Robin. So, originally, Green Arrow was basically another version of Batman.
I actually learned that a lot lot of his sidekicks had a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm. He was usually picking up.
Speedy was a heroin addict.
Who
was the
Arsenal.
What was Arsenal's deal? I forgot.
Arsenal was Roy Harper after he quit being Speedy. Yeah.
I gotcha.
And then you had another one who was HIV positive.
Oh wow, I didn't know that part.
I forgot.
Was
her
that
name.
the girl that?
That's the girl. Yeah.
Yeah. What was her name? I forget. She became Speedy, but
she was Speedy, and then she became her own hero afterwards.
Somebody had sent me a set of panels where Green Arrow and Harley Quinn they weren't battling, but they were like in each other's face for some reason. They're talking back and forth, bantering, and he was trying to get something done, and she was just being Harley, right?
Really?
And at one point or another, she's like, "Why do you call it the Arrow Cave? That sucks. That's terrible. You should call it something else." And then he's like trying to concentrate on something, but he's having a discussion with Harley Quinn about the name of his lair. And then she goes, "Why don't you just call it the Quiver?" And he's like, "Why? That's not bad." And then he kind of looks at her strange, and he goes back and he shakes his head and goes back to what he was doing. And I wish it was an email that I got like a year ago, and I wish I could find it. I gotta dig that one up.
Have you seen the one where another Harley one, but she's fighting Black Canary, and Black Canary's pregnant the whole time?
Oh, I thought it was because. Oh, yes. And as soon as she finds out,
they just stop fighting.
They stop fighting immediately. Yeah, because Harley's like, "No, you're pregnant. I can't do that. I can't beat on you anymore."
At least Harley has a somewhat.
Harley's always been an interesting character since she was created for the animated series.
And
they really adopted her and ran with it.
I really got into a.
I can be very vexing.
So can Hunter.
Not an argument per se. I got into a discussion because my friend's brother really thinks that she was created in the books.
No.
And I'm letting him know. No, she was created.
The people who wrote the books took a tip from how popular she had become on the animated series and gave her a book.
Same way with X-23. X-23 was created in X-Men Evolutions, right?
Yes, she was. That's right.
I can't wait to have her as Wolverine.
DC universe today.
It has been a little bit. Well, see, that's the thing is DC owns the TV right now.
Right.
Marvel has the Netflix series and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC, which is all well and good, but DC has really gone out of its way to build this very elaborate, interconnected TV universe.
I love their animated movies as well.
Yeah. The animation.
The animation's always been a lot of fun to watch.
I won't lie, though, the Judas Contract could have been better.
I didn't see it yet.
But I like the Titan.
Did that just come out?
Came out a couple months ago.
A couple months? So, okay. So
that
in my terms, that's just coming out.
Other than watching CW, we get Teen Titans.
I mean,
no. What you guys have been watching at your house lately because of your 8-year-old is Teen Titans Go, which is an abomination.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
It's an abomination, and every time I see it, I have to turn around because I'm about to fall. It's terrible.
Have you guys
terrible.
seen American Horror Story, the very first one?
No.
I saw the first season.
Yes. I know Roy Harper.
Yes.
The daughter is Raven. She voices Raven
Colton Haynes.
in the animated movies now.
Okay.
What else has he been in?
Who?
Colton Haynes.
Colton Haynes.
He's been in something else.
A TV series called The Gate,
Teen Wolf.
where it was like a gated community of everybody had some type of. There was like vampires. There was werewolves. There was.
Oh, okay.
He was in Teen Wolf, right?
I believe he was in Teen Wolf.
He was a lizard or something.
Hold on.
The Gate only.
All right. While Tanya is doing that, I will throw this little non sequitur in.
Oh,
he
was just in Rough Night.
Are you ready? There's a theory which states that if ever anybody discovers exactly what the universe is for and why it is here, it will instantly disappear and be replaced by something even more bizarre and inexplicable. And there's another theory which states that this has already happened. Carry on.
Is it Douglas Adams?
Yeah, that's Douglas Adams.
It sounded so much like him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a question now.
Yes.
Do you ever think that we'll get the Bizarro world mentioned in the DC movies?
Movies.
No, in the movies, probably not.
There was a Bizarro episode of Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't think you're ever going to see it in the movies.
I would love to see Bizarro Superman in the movie.
I think it'd be way too much to try and lace in, and I think they would. Well, here's my prediction: if they do it, it'll suck.
You think so?
I think they would fall flat with the way they try to lace everything together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they'll blow it. If they try it, they'll blow it.
Now, is there a particular villain or hero that you guys would love to see come to the DC franchise in the movies? Or are you already okay with what they gave us for
I'd
the
like
TV
to see
series?
a real Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I would like to see a real Lex Luthor in the movies because Jesse Eisenberg is not it.
Who have we had already?
It's just in the movies so far. It's been Jesse Eisenberg.
No, we've had other Lex Luthors.
Well, I'm in the current movie series.
Oh, so the current.
I mean, in the past, it's been Kevin Spacey, who I thought did great. Gene Hackman is the guy who wrote the rules for a cinematic Lex Luthor with Christopher Reeves being his Superman.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I remember.
And so I think you go from Gene Hackman to Kevin Spacey, and I think Kevin Spacey did a fantastic job with the part. Mm-hmm. All right. And I love Kevin Spacey in a ton of things, so I'm biased. Oh yeah, I mean seriously, House of Cards, Usual Suspects,
American Beauty.
I mean, the list can go on with Kevin Spacey, Glenn
You
Ross.
didn't like the Lex Luthor we got for
I do not like
Smallville?
For Smallville.
Oh, I did.
Michael
yeah, he was good.
Rosenbaum.
Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah,
was
Michael
excellent.
Rosenbaum. But I didn't really watch Smallville all that much. I was never into that one as much. But for the movie universe, we have Jesse Eisenberg, and I do not agree with that at all.
So who would you cast?
Who would I cast as Lex Luthor?
If you had the reins to get to for your Lex Luthor,
I was
who
not
you
ready
looking
for
at?
that question. That's a great question too.
Everybody
Honestly,
can
are you ready? The first name that popped into my head was Clancy Brown.
He was in Superman, Batman, Public Enemies.
Okay,
Clancy Brown was,
Clancy Brown.
Animated
Did you ever see the movie Highlander?
Yes.
Kurgan.
but he was Lex Luthor.
Oh, okay.
He's a character actor. He's done a ton of things. He's got that great resonant voice. He's got great screen presence. He's an older actor now, so you would have that maturity. And I think I think he would be okay with getting his head shaved, or doing the skull cap, whatever the case may be. But I think he would be. That's the first thing that popped in my head when you asked me that question. I was not ready for that question. Who would be another good choice for Lex Luthor in the movies?
I was, and I know you guys are probably gonna think no, but I told my mom Ron Perlman.
Who?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman is too.
Big
I only say
he's
him
too,
because of what I've
he's too
seen in
brusque.
Son of Anarchy.
I think he's too. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Is he's too brusque. He's too used to playing Hellboy. He's too used to playing the biker. He's used to playing, the mercenary in the sci-fi movies. I don't see him having a level of class and sophistication that would be the manipulator. I don't see him doing that. He's too much in your face. If you disagree with me, I'll just punch you.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch is Lex Luthor. That's.
I didn't even like him at Doctor Strange.
That's
sorry.
a maybe. Oh, see, now get out. You're
Oh,
fired.
that's right. He's already in the movie.
See, no, as Doctor Strange, he was good, but Lex Luthor, I don't see Lex Luthor.
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
I think if they would have took the Doctor Strange storyline that we got for the animated movie and kind of did something to it for live action, the movie would have been better.
Okay, so noted. Don't agree, but there you go. So noted. Who else would be a good pick?
Well,
Um,
I'm sorry.
I just typed in actors who could play Lex Luthor, and there was people that have been putting their 2 thoughts in. Ben Kingsley was one.
I want Lex
I'm just
Luthor to
going-
be about the same age as Superman.
Yeah,
I don't see
Ben
Bryan
Kingsley is also
I saw it up top. I don't see Bryan Cranston doing Lex Luthor only because I see him already as Zordon in the Power Rangers.
there's that, but
So he's already in
So,
a big franchise.
I don't know. Walter White versus Clark Kent. I'd be in on that.
That would actually be good.
Who else is on that list, Ton?
Hugh Laurie.
Maybe.
Like
House.
Casey Affleck.
Jim Carrey's on that
Casey
list.
Affleck.
I cannot see Jim Carrey being
Casey
Lex
Affleck
Luthor.
would be an upgrade from Jesse Eisenberg, but not all the where I needed it
Can
to
we
be.
talk about why Jim Carrey's on this list?
No, Jim Carrey.
Oh, Jim Carrey is on.
Yeah,
Jim
no.
Carrey is Lex Luthor. Jim Carrey
that's
needs to be given another shot at the Riddler.
Well, it's basically what Jesse
Really?
Eisenberg went for, isn't it?
Yeah.
You really think he
It's
should get another
basically
shot?
the Riddler. Jim Carrey's the Riddler as
Jim
Lex
Carrey as the
Luthor.
Riddler, I thought, was the only thing good about the movie, that Batman movie that he was in.
The one with Val Kilmer. The really horrible.
Oh yeah.
I was really little when that came out, so in my opinion, it's still pretty good in my head.
Okay. Hey.
I have to go rewatch it to get another.
When you're
opinion.
when you're watching something at the same time you think Teletubbies is good, then yeah, your perception's gonna be a
How
little off.
about Jason Statham?
No.
No.
Again, like right with
Too.
Ron Perlman, Jason Statham is all in your face. He's the action hero. He's the guy who's going to be Bruiser and whatnot.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, are you
Bruce
looking
Willis
at that
as
same
Lex
list?
Luthor?
No.
I'm
But
not.
it was on that list.
Tommy Lee Jones is on the list.
Tommy Lee Jones, maybe.
John Malkovich.
I mean,
John Malkovich
he
is
did
Lex Luthor.
Two-Face, right?
Huh?
He did Two-Face,
yes,
right?
he did.
Who?
Tommy Lee Jones?
Tommy Lee Jones did Two-Face, but a bad job of it because he was given a bad script to play
John
with.
Malkovich would
John
be...
Malkovich is Lex Luthor.
I would
that has
laugh
potential.
Can I say it?
Go.
Yes.
I would laugh my ass off.
Actually, how about the one, I think, great actor that comes to mind that hasn't been in a superhero movie yet? Tom Hanks.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing him in
I
a
don't think I could see it
What
because
part
he's like
would he as Lex Luthor? Tom
it's
Hanks?
talking to a volleyball.
I think he could be. Has he played a
he's-
villain yet?
I've never really seen
He's
him
got
play
range.
a bad guy. He's got acting chops and range.
I mean, I don't know.
I think.
My favorite Tom Hanks movie is Toy
He's from Law
Story.
and Order.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Yeah. How about Christopher Maloney from Law and Order?
Okay.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. He did Casey Jones in one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd have to say no to that. Right now, John Malkovich and who else was and Clancy Brown are my two tops.
Let's check out this range.
I'm sorry.
Meryl Streep.
He can't be.
Meryl Streep is Lex Luthor.
I'm down.
She'd do it. Seriously, if anybody could do it, she would.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Lexi Luthor.
Joaquin Phoenix as Lex Luthor?
No.
See it.
Well, in
here's
the
diversity.
thing, though. Here's the thing. The more I think about it, in this current iteration of the DC universe, and the way that it's set, and the way it's the feel and the vibe of it, Joaquin Phoenix as Lex Luthor is actually starting to make sense in my head a little bit. I'm not as happy about the idea as I am John Malkovich and Clancy Brown, but there is a certain level of instability in Joaquin Phoenix as a man, not just as an actor or as a character. And I think that might actually be. I'm not putting him at the top of my list, but I'm thinking, okay, I would lend some credence to that. That's a possibility.
Now, can I backtrack to your Riddler?
Backtrack. Here you go. Backtrack.
I was thinking, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris.
He's no.
Doogie Howser as Lex Luthor.
No,
It's
as
a
Riddler.
Oh, as Riddler.
I still couldn't see it as Riddler though. I couldn't see him being that.
I mean, we saw Barney in How I Met Your Mother. We saw his Barney and how over the top that character could be, but I don't see him spastic enough. Now, Neil Patrick Harris is a great actor. I like him as an actor. He's got some good range.
If we did Batman and Superman as a musical, all in.
Not necessarily necessary, but
Yeah,
I love the Riddler on Gotham.
Oh, Enigma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
like. I think he's
love-
Oh, has he
fantastic.
gone full Riddler at this point?
Oh, yeah.
From what I hear, yeah.
See, I haven't watched Gotham. I haven't caught up in it in ages.
He's trying to get Penguin to call him Riddler, and he's like, "You are Edward Nigma," and he's like going
calling him
further
Edward.
and further, like batshit crazy because he won't be called Riddler by Penguin.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, what was I going to say?
But I like that version of the
Who's
Riddler
that?
because he's
Wait,
not
wait,
all
wait,
like
go back up
goofy
one.
and giddly.
Who's that?
Billy Zane,
No, Billy Zane's time is come and gone.
I said Billy
Mark
Zane.
Strong.
Mark Strong is a
What
possibility.
about the man
Oh, can you
from
see it
Mummy?
somewhere else?
Okay, I got the screen over there.
The guy from Mummy
The guy from Mummy.
who played the Mummy.
Oh, I know. I can't think of the guy's name. Oh crap!
I got it.
the guy who played the Mummy in the first Brendan Fraser Mummy movie.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
All right, we'll find that out. This is not where I expected this podcast to go today. By the way, I'm just going to throw that out.
you're
there.
Just wait till we start.
Huh?
Just wait till we start recording.
So may I just say, Ramon?
Don't even laugh. We've done that already.
So Ramon do good today?
Ramon do good today. Ramon gets his gold star.
Oh, I got the wrong Mummy. Ugh.
Yeah,
Arnold
no, not Tom Cruise.
Vosloo.
Who?
Arnold Vosloo.
Yes.
Arnold Vosloo. That could work, I think. I'm going to put him in my top 5 list. I've got 4 in my top 5 now. I've got Clancy Brown. Who else did I say now? Clancy Brown.
I don't know.
Oh, crying out loud. I forgot my own list. I should have wrote it down.
Don't worry, Sherry will have this list. And she'll be talking back to you.
I'm
in
sure
there,
she might.
Going,
I'm sure
what are
she
you
would.
talking about?
Yeah.
There's a
Sorry, Sherry, we love
Man.
you.
So,
there's a lot of good candidates for.
yeah. So, but right now we're stuck with Jesse Eisenberg, which I'm not thrilled about, but there you have it.
I mean,
You know, he just looks creepy enough to not know what he's thinking, and
Yeah.
and that
well,
could be
Lex
like
Luthor
genius.
is supposed to be cool and calculating and manipulative and not unhinged.
which is why I
Suave.
think if they go and talk to the man that played Lex Luthor in Supernatural, in Smallville,
Smallville.
I think he'll be willing to redo it.
You think so?
I thought he did a fantastic job as Lex Luthor.
I'm going to have to watch that show one of these days just to
See,
get a
the
beat
thing
on
is,
that.
I haven't watched enough of the DC universe. I haven't seen Smallville, and to go back to
You're fired.
You can't fire me. Sorry.
I tried.
There's no actually we've just discovered recently that there's nobody who can actually fire Tanya.
Nope.
It's not possible.
Nope.
What is this? I'm being handed something. Oh yeah, I've seen this. It's a mummy meme with Tom Cruise in the first page going, "Hey Frasier, it looks like I've got the new franchise." And then next panel's franchise. "Hey Tom,
I got. You're on the wrong side.
looks
of
to
the
me
river.
like I still got it.
Yeah.
My movie's still better."
Yeah, I haven't seen the new version yet of the Mummy. I mean,
No, I probably will wait until it comes
my
out.
parents saw it and they're like, "Yeah, no," because it's more of like horror-ish
Yeah.
rather than
because it's supposed to actually tie into a
larger
a bigger universe.
They're trying to build a horror show universe kind of thing. So, like Russell Crowe is actually playing Dr. Jekyll, and he's playing a part in The Mummy. Huh. So they're trying to interweave a whole bunch of new movies together.
They're trying to do like a
I'm sorry, but my
it's going to be a monster Avengers.
My monsters are Dracula and the werewolf. That's all I care about.
If we're going to go monster universe, we have to go back to Van Helsing. So
absolutely.
I 100% agree.
Just jump right into there if we're going to do
and then
monster
vampire,
universe.
and when they bring out the vampires, them suckers better not sparkle.
No.
That's all. No
Now,
sparkly
We'll
vampires.
stake them ourselves.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen Under the Red Hood? Anybody?
Yeah, I have.
The animated one?
Yes.
Yes, I did see that.
So if they bring Dean to actually play Red Hood IRL,
Jensen
would you guys
Ackles.
watch it?
Oh, absolutely. Love Jensen Ackles.
I think he did fantastic as Red
I
Hood
watch
in
Jensen
anime.
Ackles do anything. He can sit in a room in front of a screen.
Okay,
and
I'm
watch
gonna
That has
admit this.
happened.
I will admit this.
I've heard of that happening.
Just sit
I would go
there.
gay for Gene Ackles if he came into the room.
Jensen.
Jensen,
Ackles.
thank you.
You're putting Jensen and
Actually,
Dean
I'm
all
very
into
t-
one
I'm-
thing.
Actually, a lot of my friends who are like, that's who they go gay for. I think my boyfriend even agreed to that.
I mean, he's cute and everything, but I just remember him.
It's that cowboy thing. That's what it is.
No, he was Eric Brady in Days of Our Lives. So I've got him in that aspect. So to bring him into Supernatural, I'm just like, okay. I mean, he's cute and everything, but I have to go to the Sam side of this.
I even have a little Funko of Dean. It sits on my desk.
Yeah, I have the Funko of Sam.
I also have Crowley, but
Hi, Dolly. How you doing?
Hi, Dolly.
Hi, wonderful. I'm
Are we having
thinking
fun?
about Dean.
We're gonna let these two argue about Sam and Dean, because if it's not Brian, it's gonna be Ray arguing with Tanya about Sam and Dean.
No, because I can fire him.
There he goes. There goes the head. He's out the door.
Is your mama here?
Mom's not here yet.
My mom doesn't like me enough.
No, she loves me.
No, I would love to see Jensen Ackles as the Red Hood, but not in this.
I haven't seen the series,
universe.
so I don't have
Oh,
an
it's just a
opinion
little
yet.
animated movie. You could probably find it on YouTube now. So
Yeah, he voices the Red Hood.
I mean, you would have to catch him now, or maybe in like 2 years to play him. Because if you try to get him at any other time, he's either going to be too old or people are going to be like, why?
Dean will never be too old.
He will never be too old. I know, but
He's immortal.
He's immortal.
Like Keanu
he
Reeves.
he is Jesus incarnated.
Oh, stop.
We're not going that far.
Stop.
But
Yeah,
like,
let's
it's
not-
kind
I
of
know.
like Keanu. Keanu just doesn't age.
I do like
think he's
the
immortal.
John Wick that's been going on, and I like the fact that he's going to be in the TV series that they're talking.
Okay.
Now Jensen just went up a little notch in my book because he's up Pisces. So
Oh.
Have you seen him singing?
he
Yes,
was
have you
born
heard
a
him
week
sing?
Astrological signs, really?
His birthday's a week before mine, but he is 6 years younger than I am.
Hey, Dolly.
Yeah.
I know what my sign is finally. It's neon.
I'm a Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn?
I'm a goatfish.
I have no idea what that means. That's
Capricorn, aren't you like a December? Like
I'm in January.
No, it's January. December 1st. I'm Sagittarius.
I'm
Sagittarius, but then I think
Probably why I'm
around
obsessed with Green Arrow.
the
and
20th,
of
the
archery.
21st
There you go.
of December starts Capricorn to go to the middle of
Yeah.
January.
all right. So
I make
as a
fun of myself all
Sagittarius,
the
you're
time
supposed to
because
be into
I'm a
archery. What does
fish
that
and I'm
say?
a
I'm
goat.
Virgo. I'm supposed to be into virgins.
Virgo the Virgin, or
Yeah.
there's the
I'm sorry, I haven't
Virgo
met
the
any of
Maiden. You go.
Are
Hey,
you going to
Virgo is also a
sacrifice
maid.
40 of them?
Yeah. No.
May I
It
just
goes
say-
back to the Katy Perry and the X-Wings. Come on.
Somebody is going to eventually pick up on that, and I'm going to get in my email box a drawing of Katy Perry flying an X-wing with 40 virgins running
You're
behind
hoping.
her.
I totally
Aren't
got you.
hoping for that?
I got
I
you.
actually am at this point.
Photoshop. I got you.
Photoshop, you got. And that's going to become the cover. That's going to be like my cover image on my Facebook.
That should be
for-
the cover for the new FC3.
Oh yeah, there we
pamphlet.
go. Just put it right in the FC3 program for the 2018 show. Holy Moses!
Speaking of Moses,
Yeah,
Hey, as long as we're just sort of all over the place today.
yeah.
Oh, and he was also in Dark Angel. That's where I saw him.
he was in Dark. I
Yeah,
actually
early
liked
on.
that
Jessica
show.
Alba. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
do you got, Bill?
It's summertime.
It is?
And well, it is.
And the
Yeah.
living's
Actually,
easy.
summer
Summer,
started,
summer,
depending on when you're
summer.
listening, started this past week.
Yes, I was at the Journey concert when summer started.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it was really nice. Don't stop believing.
Any nerd summer
my
vacation
song.
plans or just
I'm good.
nerd?
I have 2 weeks off and then I start summer school.
You're going to summer school? I thought you graduated.
I did graduate, but I teach summer school.
Oh!
My daughter's going to summer school.
Well,
You might like this. You know, I'm going back. I told you I'm going back to school.
yes, you're going to need help with high school math.
Well, yes.
That's what he said yesterday.
But I'm going back for creative writing,
Okay.
and then I'm going
Learn to spell.
I know how to spell.
You just choose not to use that knowledge.
Exactly. And then I'm going to Brockport to get my teacher's degree.
Nice.
I want to be a high school teacher.
Nice.
More power to you.
Good luck to you, brother.
By the time you're done, I'll be ready to retire.
Awesome.
Yep.
I just
Go special ed.
That's
So-
It really is kind of a personification of the old adage, the inmates running the asylum, though.
It really is.
It is.
I sat down and I was really thinking about what I wanted to do, and
You
I
go.
had awesome teachers, but I didn't have the teachers that I thought I wanted and thought I needed. So I want to do that, and I want to be that teacher that
Good
kids-
luck to you, brother. Absolutely. Whatever we can do to support you, even if it's just cheering from the cheap seats, we'll do that.
and do what you got to do.
Billy, my answer to your question is I have absolutely no nerd vacation plans at this time. I'm actually in the process of getting ready to try. I'm going to see if I can buy a new house for myself this summer.
Oh, nice.
So all of my vacation time will probably be soaked on moving day when that finally arrives.
Can you buy me a house?
No.
No, I can barely buy myself a house right now.
Well, we can go to Walmart and get you a little Matchbox
There you go.
car.
Legos.
We can get you a car.
With
Lego.
Legos, you can do anything.
Actually, Ray, the reason I brought this up is off the air before we started this. You mentioned some vacation you were trying to save for. What is
bring that
because
up.
there was some confusion about
Great
what
segue, Billy.
you wanted and what Chris thought you were going to go to.
Yeah. You wanted to do
I'm
what?
saving.
You wanted $3,000 to go to Ithaca, is what I got.
Well, Chris thinks
Chris
that
can do Ithaca in $50.
Yeah. Gas money.
I'm trying to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, and what I heard
But
was
he
Wizarding
heard-
Weekend in Ithaca. And I'm like, why do you need $3,000 to go to Ithaca for Wizarding World weekends? Are you going to buy something like Tom Felton?
Don't tell Rico.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of
Were you talking like
the girl
trip-
that played Genie.
There you go. Ooh, yeah, Bonnie Wright.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
But
I
you're
like
thinking of
Hermione, but-
traveling to Orlando and going to the amusement park and doing the whole experience
Including
and
his
staying,
flight.
including his flight.
Are the Orlando parks that expensive now?
Yes.
It's
Well,
brutal.
Oh,
I think that bundle, and I was telling my mom, and I was telling Tina this, Tanya, sorry,
So go by many a name. The greater majority are derogatory.
that there's the finger. That I think that the bundle includes my flight, the hotel, the park itself, and how long I'm staying. And I'm thinking about maybe a week to be there.
Because to answer your question, Billy, Riker's going to be 9. So 9 years ago, we went to Florida, and we had passes left over from our honeymoon from 1997
okay.
for passes to do hopper between all the
The
Disney
three
parks.
parks.
And I think in 1997, each one of the passes were like $300 for like a 5-day pass.
Okay, 5 days, 3 parks, or 4 parks.
Right, and
whatever
it was
okay.
and that was like $300 each,
Okay.
and I think we had like 2 days left on
Okay.
on those days, so we had to buy tickets for 1 or 2 days for both my oldest son that just graduated from high school and my mother-in-law because they didn't have passes. And I want to say,
Congratulations to your oldest son.
Oh yeah, he's lucky he did it. I think even then, just to get like the 2-day passes were like $250.
Wow.
To be like a hopping park type thing.
Nowadays, it costs more to have fun than it does to
It
like
does.
live.
It's ridiculous. So, but if you're a Florida resident, it's much cheaper. But my parents weren't residents yet.
Okay.
That was so we were talking about, are we going to go to Disney or not? And I'd just rather spend the day at Epcot or the Hollywood Studios or whatever it's called now, rather than going to Magic Kingdom because I'm too old to wait in an hour and a half to 2 hour lines.
Depending on the time of year you go. September, like all
It's-
the kids are going back to school.
yeah.
So September is pretty dead in
But I'm a
tourist
teacher, so
season.
therefore I can only get
Summer.
time off during the school vacations when everyone else is there, unless I save my personal days, but that's saved for FC3.
No, I don't know yet if I want to go alone. If I go alone, that's gonna be lonely.
Make friends.
Make friends while you're there.
Or if I'm gonna bring somebody Or
See, I
Single
like
riders might be able to get on much faster.
Maybe because I'm sort of a loner, I kind of like the idea of going alone because then you don't have to worry about what anyone else wants to do,
Right.
Or
Yeah,
when
but-
they want to do it.
Or losing
Now,
them
I'm
in
a
the line.
solo player, but I'm not a solo person. I
See,
like
here's,
to travel.
Here's my anecdote to that is
Is your dad's name Han?
No.
Ha!
Actually, my dad's name is my name.
Come on, that was funny.
I used to go to Renaissance Festival in Sterling all the time, and I'd go with friends, and I'd go with huge groups of people, or I'd go with, a single friend or whatever the case may be. I'd always go in costume, whatever the case may be. I haven't gone to Sterling as much as I used to. And one of the last times I went, everybody was out of town, so I just went by myself. I figured I know the place. I'll dress up in costume. I know where everybody is, and I'll just wander around. It'll be nice. It'll be relaxing. I'll have fun. I'll get to see everybody. I left early. I was so bored because I was so used to the place, and I had nobody really. I felt like I couldn't share it with anybody.
That's a good point.
So it was like I really try not to go traveling alone unless I really desperately have to.
Well,
for
I think
whatever
because
reason.
I think the only reason why I want to go with someone. There you go, Ramon. You got it.
There you go.
I think
He can speak good.
I speak English.
Yeah,
I think-
sure you do.
I think the reason why I want to go with someone is because the only time I've left by myself is with school, and I
You
think
were still with people.
I was still with people, but
Yeah.
I was allowed to go about by myself.
Yeah.
But something like this, I kind of want to share it with friends or a friend or maybe mom or somebody.
Yeah.
My
And-
first time leaving home after school was actually I went and did the college internship program through Disney.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So I was.
Oh, I remember you talking about
yeah.
that before. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was in the Disney college program.
I've only been to 2 places out of my whole life, and that's Boston, and that was when I was in 8th grade, and they shot eggs at us
Oh, jeez.
because our bus said from Rochester, New York, and all the Boston people
was
just
me.
shot eggs at us.
Yeah, but it was like a 5-month internship at Disney World,
Nice.
and like you get different roles. You work in different parts of the park. I made lifelong friends. I'm still friends with my roommates from Disney.
Oh, that's
awesome.
great.
Now, since you were in that college program, are you able to go back down and work at Disney at any time?
No.
Or
No, it doesn't work.
No,
doesn't
no,
quite
no.
work
Just
that way.
randomly
we're
put on a
basically
Pluto
like
head.
migrant workers. They imported us
Uh-huh.
because they had the international college program and they had the regular college program. You come, you work like below minimum wage, and they take housing and everything out of your paycheck. Which, yeah, that was the downside, but on the plus side,
It
I
was
got
also
to go
fair.
into all the parks for free.
Nice.
And like I said, I made lifelong friends. I would never regret that decision.
Yeah. The only other place I've been besides Boston is Puerto Rico, and that's because I have family over there. So
That's
I
an
had no
entirely
choice.
different planet. Seriously,
Rico?
Puerto Rico is an entirely different
been?
planet. No, I've seen enough of the anecdotes over the years to be like, okay,
So pretty
Not
much,
risking
my mom has already told you that my family is literally on one hill.
yeah,
We are on one.
yeah. She's told me the anecdotes.
We are on one damn hill, literally. You can go up, my uncles and my aunts. You go down, we got some cousins down there, and then smack dab in the middle, my grandparents
Wow.
and my uncle. And then you go a little bit further. My aunt lives a couple blocks down. Like we pretty much own all of Calle because we're all over the place.
All right, what do we got? Anybody else
I
got
really do
anything?
wanna
Dolly, go for it,
to,
Dolly.
You said you mentioned a Renaissance fair.
I did.
I
I've
would love
actually
to go to
never
one.
been to any of
You've
them
never
like
been to a
that.
Renaissance festival?
No.
Oh, we'll fix that.
Neither have I.
How far
gonna
is
say-
Sterling from here?
About a little over an
an
hour.
hour?
Is
Yeah.
that it?
I
Because
heard
I went
something
once
that
and
they
it
were-
seemed to go forever.
Did
it
I-
seemed to take a long time.
It's
to
just
get there.
it's just shy of Oswego from here, and I think maybe an hour and a quarter on
Yeah.
average.
Now, what's different from the Wizarding in Ithaca compared to,
Weekend?
compared to the Wizarding World in Harry Potter? What's the only difference?
Well, the Wizarding World at Harry Potter it's an amusement park down in
It's
Florida,
it's
full-on
at
amusement
Universal
park.
Studios.
Where
Okay.
the Wizarding Weekend in Ithaca is more of it's like a comic book convention.
yeah,
Actually,
there's a series of comic book conventions put on by Wizard World magazine. or
something
something.
that's
totally
something completely
different.
different.
Oh, that's another
Yeah.
one. Okay.
That's
In
Wizard
Ithaca,
World.
In Ithaca,
Okay.
there's a small company that actually it takes the village mall area. Well, it's the like where all the shops and the restaurants and things are in Ithaca, downtown Ithaca, and turns it into Diagon Alley
from
And
Harry Potter.
for an entire weekend. And then they'll do panels and they'll have special shops and special presentations and they'll have folks come in and do entertainment and whatnot. And it's an awesome thing. They had it was almost like 50,000 people go through Ithaca, downtown Ithaca last
Something
year.
like that.
It was
I don't know.
it was
We have
amazing.
to ask Darlene.
Is
Yeah.
that a ticketed event?
Some parts are.
Some parts?
Some parts are, I think. Or there might be a ticket to get you past it, like you would get a pass for the weekend to get into the various secured locations. But yeah, that's a thing. And they dress up the entire village as Diagon Alley.
That sounds fun.
Oh, it's great fun.
My mom
I haven't been yet, but I've heard so many good stories about it.
My mom won't let me do it, but for the 4th of July, I want to take fireworks and attach it to my wand. And shoot them in the air.
No. No.
That's a good way to lose fingers.
Yeah, it is. That's an excellent way. We are going to. It might not happen this year, Dolly, but in very short order, we will fix the fact that you have not gone to a Renaissance Festival. There's several of them. The closest one is Sterling. Then there's one in Tuxedo, New York, on the eastern end of New York. There's Michigan, Pennsylvania, Texas. There's tons of them all over the place.
All over the place.
And they're all of various qualities. My personal opinion is that Sterling, which is it's over 40 years old now, used to be a great place, and then the current owner has changed it. And
how so?
I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna bite my tongue on that.
Okay.
All right. Just suffice to say, I'm not pleased with the changes that this person has made over the past couple of years. He does seem to be very corporate minded as opposed to artistically minded.
Okay.
And again, this is all my opinion, and I'm being very gentle about it. But it's not so much I refuse to go to Sterling anymore. It's just I really don't have the need to. Like where I used to have season passes throughout almost all of the 1990s. And I'd go in costume with friends, and we would like dive in and become part of the show ourselves. One time I was walking through. We were walking to a particular stage to see an act, and I'm singing Scotsman. Scotsman, glad and kill, and I'm just singing along. And I had a couple friends of mine who were also dressed. They were in garb, and they were just kind of walking along, chatting in accent. And I'm just sitting there singing to myself with my walking stick in my garb, and I had a mug of mead in one hand. And we get to the stage. And didn't realize because I hadn't noticed a gathering of other ticket holders were behind us. They thought we were part of the show, so they were following us to see what was going to happen. And then when we sit down and we start chatting with each other about the ride home, and I got to go to work tomorrow morning, and that's what threw a whole bunch of people off. They're like, we thought one guy
the land of disappointment.
Yeah, I felt bad because one guy was like, we thought you were part of the show. We're like, well, we kind of made ourselves that, didn't we? I didn't expect that. And then the actual performer showed up, and we pushed the attention off to that person, and we all laughed our asses off, had a great time, and then I went about my business. But that's how I would get into Sterling. That for me, being a part of things in my own little casual way was just so much fun. And but that has kind of changed as I've gotten older, and the place has changed a bit. It's changed hands from owner to owner. And like I said, the current owner, he has a different way of doing things. And because of that, I feel the place has kind of lost a little bit of its touch, a little bit of its magic.
I actually want to go just because I've never gone either.
Yeah.
But I actually want to go just so I can walk around with a giant thing of...
The turkey legs they're a little overrated, I'll tell you that. But anyway,
I thought so too.
Yeah, I've only had one turkey in the nearly. Let's see, I was 15 the first time I went, 46. So in the 31 years on and off that I've been going to Sterling, I've only had one turkey leg.
Really?
Yep, it was enough. I was 16 or 17. I had it, and I was like underwhelmed.
I thought the big piece of pie or cake was much more enjoyable.
There you go. That's where I'm with you. I was and
pie and cake is enjoyable no matter what you're.
There you go.
This is supersized, so you get extra.
Oh my God, they're huge. Ray, I'm not even kidding. When I do, my hands are like almost a foot apart. This is how tall a slice of cake would be with these people.
I can down that in like 3 minutes.
Well, I'm sure you could.
Why would you want to?
But exactly,
you would savor it.
Yeah.
The reason I brought this up is I'm going to see one of my nerd heroes, I guess, in September. I just came across my Facebook feed earlier this week.
Okay.
Stephen King is doing a book tour.
Oh, is he?
Q&As and
is he coming to town?
He's going to be up in Hudson, New York, which is about 4.5 hours away.
Yeah, is it up in the?
It's at Bard College.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I saw that, and immediately I told Susan, said, get tickets. Nice. So we're going to see Stephen King speak, and then we're going to go on the Hudson River cruise. And
that'll
congratulations.
be great.
The next night, we're going to go up to Pauling, New York, where there's a venue called Daryl's House at Daryl Hall.
Okay.
Of Hall & Oates owns and has lots of cool bands, and a band I really like is playing up there, strangely, the next night. So we're going to see Stephen King. And then I'm really excited about Stephen King.
That's gonna be a great talk.
An 800-seat auditorium at Bard College.
Okay.
And it's sold out. Like I just happened. I don't know how it came across my Facebook feed.
And it just happened.
But it did. And the day the tickets went on sale, and we've got excellent seats. And
awesome.
Now it's sold out. And tickets were only $40.
Really?
And everybody gets a free copy of his new book, which retails for like $30.
Wow.
So,
that is awesome.
And
is
half
great.
of them randomly, everybody gets the book as they leave. They hand out the books afterwards,
Okay.
I guess, so you're not distracted or something. But about half of them are going to be autographed.
Nice.
So you don't know if you get an autographed
You
copy
don't know if
or
we're going to
not.
get an autographed copy or not, but either way, I'll get a copy of the new book, Sleeping Beauties.
Now, you said you were going to see a band. Which band are you seeing?
It's a band called the Blasters. They're out of California.
Okay.
They're a sort of Stray Cat style. They're
Oh, cool.
rockabilly,
I like
but
that.
blues,
I like
some
that music.
country style to it. So I really like them. They've been around since the early 80s. And
Not damn bad.
So
that sounds
I
like it's
like
going to be good.
that.
And that's going to be in September?
yes.
All right.
September's
September's going to be a fun month.
Yeah.
We have
September's.
MiniCon,
Yep, we're going to have the FC3 MiniCon in September.
What's the date of that?
23rd and 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Are you still in town?
No,
then?
that's where Stephen King is the 27th.
Oh,
Okay,
So
So you'll be
around
in
before.
town for
Yep.
MiniCon.
I'll go to MiniCon,
I'm
then
so
I'm going
down
to go
to
see
help
Stephen
during
King.
MiniCon.
Good deal. Yeah, Brian will be happy to hear that.
And Steph is too.
Good. Yeah, we'll talk about that at another meeting. Right. So good stuff. So we've got a lot of stuff going on in September. September's my birthday month. Yay. Yay.
It's my dad's birthday month
Is your dad?
too.
When's your dad's birthday? You don't know.
He doesn't.
My dad's September 9th.
My
Dude.
dad's is September 10th.
September 9? September 10?
My dad's birthday's in September. Love you,
Mark
Dad.
Harmon's birthday's the same day as Chris's.
Yep, September 2nd.
I think
Keanu Reeves is also September 2nd.
Oh, really?
Yep.
my mom might shoot me. Don't kill me, Mom.
Uh-huh.
September 24th.
All right.
That's what I'm going with. Final answer.
My late grandmother was the 17th.
I'll say my mother-in-law.
So you want to phone a friend?
Is my best friend in September. My husband's is the 3rd. My mother-in-law's is the 4th. My cousin's is the 9th. My dad's is the 10th. A lot of big people were busy in January.
which is funny because
But there's nothing to do when it snows.
Month, it's one of the
Yeah,
coldest
there's
months of
nothing
the
to
year.
do when there's snow.
which is funny that you say that because in
keep
my
warm
family
somehow.
everyone was busy during December and January because that's when all of us were born.
All right. Well, this is June right now. We're in June at the moment.
So
and,
people were busy in September.
There you go. And we're in June, and it's going to be July soon. So let's get through those months, and then we'll worry about September when it gets there. So at this point, do we have anybody else have anything they want to talk
No,
about?
I think we've digressed enough today.
Oh, this has been fun, though. I
It
love
has
these little
been fun.
talks that we have.
But I have to go home and
You have to go home and get ready for
Gaming.
for game night.
I have to make some mashed
Do
potatoes.
you realize just how much writing I didn't actually get to do last night?
No.
As far as the Dungeon Master, how screwed am I today? It's okay. I have Plan B that I'm working on. Yeah, and it's in my bag as we speak.
Okay, so you keep talking, and I'm going to go to your bag.
Oh yeah, sure.
Everyone distract him.
We were gonna talk about it anyways. You were playing World of Warcraft.
Yes, I was last night
and
when you
I
guys
told
showed
you
up.
that I play Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't like World of Warcraft, but I like Neverwinter.
That's fine. Different feel.
What was your take on Neverwinter?
For me, the interface was similar to Warcraft, but different enough that I've been playing Warcraft since it came out, so 12 years plus now at this point. And with Neverwinter, the interface was just different enough to throw me off, and I didn't like the graphics as much. However, the game has a lot of strong things to it. I like how close to the D&D rules it adheres to. I like the depth of the story. I like the depth of the detail they put in to things. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to catch my attention fully and take me away from the games that I already play. You know, I used to play City of Heroes, the superhero game, when it came out. I've been playing Warcraft since it came out in 2004. What else what other MMOs have I played? Star Wars: The Old Republic, Star Trek Online. You know, I've played so many different ones, and Warcraft has always been the one that's kept my attention the most. So I'll dabble in other games just to see what they've got, but usually they're not enough to pull me away completely.
I've tried other games like that. Like I tried. Well, I know this doesn't count, but I tried Wizards 101.
Yeah, my kids were into that when they were in
I played
grade
it
school.
for a little while.
Yeah.
I made it to level 18, and I bought the membership. And then after I bought the membership, I forgot that I bought it. I guess because I haven't played it since.
And I think to just kind of put a cap on that. It's definitely a conversation that we could go on.
Oh yeah,
on
and
for a future
maybe in a future
podcast.
podcast we will have that conversation about
it.
MMOs.
Scarface.
What's that?
Last game I played was Scarface
Is that a game really?
on PlayStation 2.
Oh, okay.
On PlayStation 2.
All right.
there's
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good
So
games that I
yeah,
think you
we'll
would
definitely
like.
have to table that for another
day.
I think
podcasting.
you would love Until Dawn. It's a horror game, but I think you would like it.
She'd spend most of the time playing the
that
game with her eyes shut. All right, let's wrap this one up for now.
Like this.
So for Billy, for Tanya, for Ray, and me, and Dolly here, this has been Monkey Business, a product of the Mighty Monkey Corporation, producers and purveyors of the Flower City Comic-Con. Coming at you June 9th and 10th of 2018 at the Rochester Riverside Convention Center. Like us, love us on Facebook, facebook.com/FC3ROC. And we will see y'all guys next week. Have a great week.
Yeah, we need that love button.
The love button.
We need an unconventional button.
Boom.